start off with the egg-shaped head, putting it in the same position approximately as on the photograph. Put in the slant of the shoulder, the slant of the bust line. Try to see how much is on this side and how much is on this side of the balance line, even though we're not using that for balance as yet. And push the action more than you think it has to be pushed. So at the beginning, I'm just going to block in very loosely the shape of the torso. And on the figure, from the pit of the neck, right through the breast to the waist, and you can see the small of the waist here. This is following around the belly, so everything is kind of rounded, slightly rounded. So I will have a center front line that kind of does that. Now I'm going to place, see, the standing leg, love those sandals, standing leg in the same place. Give a nice size foot, and remember that your knee is halfway. If you want to, you could just draw this leg as a continuous shape before defining the shape of the leg, and this one, keeping in mind the negative space, just about the movement right now, just about the gesture or the positioning. We have a little bit of a three-quarter turn foot there, which I'm going to show you briefly what to keep in mind when you have a three-quarter turn foot. In this case, you're not going to see a lot of the heel because the heel is going to be under here, but you will see a crossing of straps. Now, even the foot has its own center front that goes through where the space between the big toe and the other little toes are. So whenever the shoe has a detail, such as a strap, the cross happens at the strap, on the center front line separately. So, see, my cross is a little bit off, so I have to make it happen at that point if I want to maintain that style of shoe. And then we have this strap, and then toes we know how to do, right? Because we did toes with polish on it. We're doing toes, always have to have a little bit of a sole. And technically the heel and the ball of the foot lie on the same plane, but because this foot is almost turned front view, we won't see the heel. If we saw the heel, such as in this position, this ball of the foot and the heel lie on the same plane. And that's true of profile view, it's true of three-quarter view, whatever. And here again, you have your cross straps crossing at the same place, strap, etc. Okay, let's continue with the figure. Now I'm blocking in the figure. I can even, if I want to at this point, just block in the hand, put in my arc at the waist. Eventually, these things will be very secondary to you. You won't even have to actually put in these lines. You're just going to swing your hand like this, and you'll feel where that goes, okay? So because all of these things are a guideline, they're not there to show eventually in your drawing. You can take your hand. See, sometimes I look at this and I say, That's not in the right place, and I'm going to fix the hand and change it. Sometimes when you're talking and doing things at the same time, you run off of your accuracy. Okay. All right, so now this figure is going to seem a little bit different for you because she's clothed. What's going to happen is, as you draw this, you have to find the body underneath the clothes. So you're searching for the positioning of the body underneath the clothes. That's okay. It's a little bit of an experiment and a little bit of a change, which is always good. And here we have our princess following very closely to the side of the body. Notice that the seam lines on the princess are following in the same direction. And always it should appear that this side of the body is bigger than the turned side of the body. This is your turned side. This is your 3/4 side. Turn meaning there's a quarter here. We have 4 quarters make a whole, right? So 1/4 is here, 3/4 is here. So the quarter that we lose, it's the short side of the body. Then we can place the knee always trying to find where your center front of the head is, eye line, nose line, and mouth line. And then from this point on, you can clean up the figure and refine it in any way